Hi everybody, Jo here again. How you doing? Anyway, I've really been enjoying doing paper piecing now, and for me it's a great way to use some of my lovely Lavinia papers. So this is the design I'm going to come up with today. And it all starts with some of our lovely Dreamscape papers, and I've gone for the Enchanted Forest collection. So for this design, we're going to do an old technique called gutting. And we are going to use our piece of paper to go as our border. And I've got a piece of A6 multifarious card, and that's what I'm going to stamp my design on. But because I want to paper piece our bear look, I can cut it out of the area that's going underneath, and that's called gutting. And as long as it's under where you're putting your topper, it's fine and it matches. So a little tip when cutting out, because I'm going to stamp our lovely bear, I don't need to cut all these tiny little bits. I've cut a few, but honestly the hairs, if I show you the finished design look, you see them underneath. So don't worry if you're not good at cutting out. It's just so clever, this. I like a bit of cleverness, don't you? But what I did do is once I'd cut mine out, with my scissors, I just sort of fringed and had a couple of extra little snips just to sort of make him a little bit more fuzzy. I've got a spotty, almost a polka dot bear there. So what I'll do to start off with, I'll just glue this bippity boppity glue, and then we can make our topper. But this works so well with our beautiful bunnies. But also have a look at your stamps, because you'll be amazed how many stamps you've got that will work. And I just know you lot, you're like me, and we do, don't we? We save every piece of decorative paper. Right, so that gives that time to dry. So, as always, I've just got some copy paper, and I'm going to stamp Ashryn, our lovely bear, just in black, the VersaFine Clair, because I always like to stamp in the same colour so it will match. Again, you just want to keep that lovely cohesive design. Now, I want to stamp him about there. There's just so much detail in this stamp. Look at that. I just love all that detail. Now, I need something for him to be looking at because he's looking this way. So I've just gone for one of the silhouette butterflies. It's a lovely set, this. There's 4 butterflies on it. And they vary in size, so it's really good for perspective and depth. But I'm just going to put mine over here. And I just want one of our words. And I'm just going to go for friendship, because I think we have a friendship here between the gorgeous butterfly and the bear. And I think they come in and they say hello every day. I love these stamps. They are so good for almost making stories. Now, before I do anything else, I'm just going to put my border round my word. Now you can just leave it if you want. I just wanted to put a little border, and instead of the squiggly border today, I'm going for this, which I call the heart monitor. So, and obviously you'll see why, but there are lots of things you can do with your border. You can put some little crosses on, you can put dots in the corners. Again, just have fun. Now, we don't need to mask our lovely bear off. I'm going to add a little bit of woodland fern either side. But because we're going to paper piece him, we don't need to mask the area, but we'll just tear that. And I want to add some of our lovely woodland ferns. Now, this is a lovely set. You get the 2 stamps, very useful. Now, what I was thinking is when I looked at the colour of the bear, I thought, look at that. That is going to go so well. Just very quickly, when I got mine, look, I stamped them out on a piece of card. And this is 1st and 2nd generation. And I just wrote all the names, just so I could see how the colour actually looked. And you know I'm going to love the orange because I love orange. But the colours are fabulous. I used the Dahlia Purple on a tag today. Again, absolutely beautiful. Look at that. it just blends so well, and that colour goes so well with our flying fig. So we're going for the melon soda. And I'm going to do the larger of the ferns first. And as I say, and I want a nice little grouping. And this copy of paper just gives me a nice base for the ferns. So again, we'll have a nice first, second and third generation. Sorry, excuse me. Just gives a nice little grouping look. My voice is a bit hoarse at the minute. The grandchildren think it's great because I can't shout at them. Anyway, so I'm going to come in and stamp the smaller fern with the Nocturne, and what you'll find is this. At the minute, that almost looks quite bright, and it almost looks separate to the whole design. And by stamping on top in black, it'll just make it look more of that lovely cohesive design, which is what we want. Now, I won't do a lot in black, look, just a couple, but can you see the difference? So again, just remember to keep your copy of paper there. That's all I'm going to do. But that little bit of black just ties it all together. So we'll give that a bit of a blot, just because, again, slow drying ink. And I just want to add some elements now in the background. So I'm going to come in first with Mermaid, and I'm going to bring my moon mask in, but I'm going to use my moon mask as a spotlight, and we're going to spotlight our lovely butterfly. So as always, I'm blending in the lid, and I know you all say this to yourselves at home, and again, I don't have to worry. And you're going to say to me, Joe, you've gone over his face. He's got a blue face. What are we going to do? We're going to paper piece him. So do you know what? Bless him, he can have a blue face. Now look, there's a mark come there. Now, sometimes this happens. It must just be there was a mark either on the card or as I've had it on my table. But don't worry, we can hide that. So if that happens, don't worry. Doesn't mean it's your fault. Sometimes it can just be a mark on the paper, on the card already. It might be my mat was a little bit wet. But we can get round it, so don't worry about things like that. I'm going to add a bit of colour now and just bring the colour. I want to leave the friendship so it looks like it's almost been decoupaged. And I'm just going to bring the colour at the base here and then into this corner. So we're doing that diagonal across the page. And just a little bit more here. Right, I'm going to stop with that. And just before I add the next colour, I'm just going to come in with my little fine liner and just do a couple of little something and nothings, again, just to finish it off. And then dark denim. And the dark denim, I'm going to pop in this top corner. Now, on my original, I haven't added any faux bleaching, any water splats, but because we've got this mark, I'm thinking water splatters will just hide that. Or help to disguise it. Just make it part of the design. And again, this corner, and we just want that lovely dark in the corners. But also what I'm going to do is come in. Now I'm going to go down to my number 3 brush because I want more detail, and I'm going to add the shade. So as you know, I quite often use my pastel pencils for this, but a few crafters at the extravaganza were saying they don't have pastel pencils, so what could they use instead? So you can just come in with your darker ink, a number 3 brush. I just find the number 3 I can control, and I get a more concentrated ink. So I can get my shadows built up, and also just round here we can add a lovely shadow. But I just need to blend that out. And again, I can come back with my, and again, I'm not adding any melt ink on here, look, I'm just blending that colour out. just to fuzzy that edge. And often it's just about moving the ink that you've got on there already. So a little bit more here. Just want to deepen that shadow where the ferns are. And again, you will just take your time, build this up slowly, a little bit more shadow. And again, we'll just wipe this up. I would clean it, smoosh it on a tag, but I've got so many tags on the go at the minute. But I have got an idea for what I'm going to do with my tags, so it's not a problem. Now, I'm going to get my fan brush. Let's pop that back on there. And let's just see, we just add a couple of little dots in that corner, a couple in this corner. Carefully lift that up. And again, just mop it up. Just needed another one there. That's better. Looked a little bit uniform, so I prefer that. And if you can see, adding that extra splatter look, we've got one there and one there. So that just, I want to check that's dry for when I add my glue. And then what I'm going to do is add this to the base card before I finish off. It's just the way I tend to work. So we'll get rid of that. Bring this back in. Our lovely glue. I just find if I add all my finishing touches, then I've got to touch the card to add the glue and turn it over. So for me, I'd rather pop this on. Now, oh, that looks about middle to me. And again, you've got your wiggle time. Trouble is, when I say wiggle, you can't see, but I am wiggling my hips. Now, where's our lovely bear gone? So we'll add our lovely bear. Now again, with the Bippity Boppity glue, I don't put too much on, look. Just that amount, which we call the right amount. And then what I tend to do with my finger is just move this glue out. It's good because it gets it to the edge of our paper. But also, we don't want any, I know it dries clear, but we don't want any seeping out. Because for me, I would always know it had been there. So I just find, look, and that's enough. Now for me, I turn the bear round. And I've found with the bear and the bunny, sorry, you might see my head, the easiest way is just to paper piece the head and then the rest of the body follows. And it just goes down beautifully. And look at that. As I say, all those hairs, it looks like, oh, it's just so clever. Sorry, but it blows my mind every time I do it. And, you know, if Mr. Mojo's gone, this is just such a fun thing to do. And what I'm going to do is with my white pastel pencil, we'll just add, it's those lovely finishing touches now. So, and what I found was on the bear, if I just added just some little, just sort of to his furry bits, and a little bit of highlight on his tail. A little bit down the middle, just in the area here, and just smudge it. And then with my Posca, I'll just come in and add a little bit more, a little bit on his eye, his ears. And again, it's just adding a little bit of highlight on top. It's just the combination for me of the Posca and the pastel. And then I want to add some flowers, so I'm going to add some Posca dots. And because I've got the yellowy tones here, I've just gone for my yellow Posca. But again, so I'm thinking this would make a lovely Easter card. But I mean, you could easily, if you've gone for one of the papers that's more pink or purple, you could add purple dots. Totally up to you. And finally, you know me, yellow sparkly Posca. Now, I think this is pollen. So if you suffer from hay fever, maybe look away. So I'm just going to bring in some lovely little splats. And again, if I want, look, I can take them across the backing paper, and we'll have some in this corner. And I'm going to take it right across the backing paper. So again, just to keep that lovely cohesive design. And then there we go. You've got that lovely card. And just to show you the different tones, so we've used two different papers out of that pad. So thanks as always for popping in. I hope you have fun with these designs. If you do, please share them on our socials and tag me in, because I can't wait to see which papers are you going to use. What sort of bear are you going to have? I'll see you again soon. Thanks always for popping in. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.